What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon, and today we're going to be giving you everything you need to know for the upcoming Swarovski and Nike Air Force 1 collab and how to cop. Alright, so first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. If this is your first time here, feel free to drop a follow or subscribe wherever you're watching and give this video a like. We would greatly appreciate that. And just a quick thanks to Cop Sneaker Group for sponsoring this episode, and we'll give a little more info about them later on in this video. But starting off with the basic info, this Swarovski and Nike Air Force 1 collab is set to release this Thursday on December 2nd, pending any delay, with the high retail price of $450, and that will be for both colorways, which are going to release in women's sizing only. And the release time is going to be set for 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern time on the Sneakers app, and some other sites that we'll get to in just a second. So looking at the design and the appearance, this is definitely a pretty unique release. So Swarovski has teamed up with Nike on a bunch of different Air Maxes. We actually did hit on the most recent colorway and like that polar blue design, so those were super nice in hand. But you know, honestly, these Air Forces have a whole different concept. On previous releases, the crystals or like the diamonds were kind of built into the upper, but for this specific release, the design is actually going to be detachable and actually needs to be screwed onto the shoe. So the overlay kind of features 228 shiny little studs that just really catch your attention. And I am a big fan of this design. Definitely more so the white colorway. I'm not really in love with all black Air Forces for, you know, maybe a few reasons, but now I'll let Chase take over so he can let you know what sites are releasing these, what the aftermarket looks like, and your best chance on how to cop a pair.
Before getting into where these Swarovskis are dropping, we do have a quick message from our sponsor, Cop. Cop is a one-of-a-kind group built by sneakerheads for sneakerheads. Their sole purpose is focusing on community over profit. Currently, they offer in-depth site lists, immediate raffle notifications, and blazing fast monitors are now live. Now, Cop is currently in beta, and you can join the community for free by visiting launchpass.com/cop2 or just by clicking the link in the description. So what are you guys waiting for? Go ahead and join the community and stop paying resale for sneakers. Now let's look at where these Swarovski Air Forces could be potentially dropping and at what time. So as of now, it only looks like Nike Sneakers has them scheduled to drop, and that's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Now some other sites that might drop them could be like Concepts, Dover Street Market, Kith, and Undefeated. Those retailers are usually just known to get some designer type shoes in, so I just wanted to include them just in case. But moving on, let's look at what the resale is currently at on the most popular marketplaces. So at the time of this recording, StockX is at an average selling price of $600 for both colorways. Goat's sitting at $680 for the white colorway and $720 for the black. And lastly, eBay only has one sale right now, and that's for $700 on the white colorway. For stock numbers, I do expect stock to be very low on these Air Forces. I remember from last year that the Swarovski Air Max 97 stock was just around like 5,000 pairs, so I do expect similar stock for these colorways in total. It should be about 2,500 in each. But as for my resale prediction, I do expect prices on these to dip around the $550 range, and even with retail being $450, you can still expect a net profit of $100 per pair before any taxes and fees. So looking at this release from a broad perspective, this specific design hasn't been really done before. Now from a consumer's point of view, it does make sense as why resale is so high already, because it is a pretty cool concept from Swarovski, and it does include that classic Air Force 1 silhouette. But I do have to say, with this design, the sneaker has never been done before, so it's kind of really hard to tell how the market's going to react. But looking more in depth on how the resale of just Swarovskis in general have done, they haven't really done that well. I mean, personally, I think it's just because people aren't paying resale for shoes with crystals on them, and I think that's why Nike and Swarovski made a big move with these Air Forces, just to spice things up. Now, another thing to reiterate with these Air Forces is that they are only releasing in women's exclusive sizing, which doesn't even help the resale at all, because personally, I think if women are going to have $500 laying around to spend on sneakers, they're going to actually lean more towards these designer brands than just rocking some Air Forces. So if you are thinking about reselling this shoe, either I would just personally pass on them or just sell them as soon as possible. Now, if you are just thinking about getting them for personals though, definitely good luck, and let us know how they are in hand.
That's going to wrap it up for this episode of How to Cop for the Swarovski and Nike Air Force 1 collab. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out.
But until next time,
peace.